We're now about to go live in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now live.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Wow, it is Tuesday, February 6th, 2024, and counting. It's the Westfield on Weekend Show, everyone. My name is Bob Plassen. I am here. Hey, look at that. Rick Barry, personal assistant and co-host right here, sitting next to me. Great to see you again.
Back.
He's back after a great, well, we'll talk about it in a sec. And Peter Coles is that voice you just heard in the center square, our great producer, and we are at westfieldonweekends.com for all the...
Charles Nelson Riley.
Charles Nelson Riley. Oh, my gosh. You know, I have a real affinity for Charles. You know, he played... Oh, yeah.
You know, Bob,
Yeah.
things were great.
You know where he originated? He was a Broadway singer, dancer, actor, and a wonderful director. Actually, he directed Belle of Amherst, of all things, with, what's her name? Julie Harris. It won all kinds of awards. And he was a lot smarter than you would have ever thought he was.
No, he's a great comedian.
Oh, my God. Well, he played Cornelius Hackle in Hello, Dolly, the original Hello, Dolly with Carol Channing. And I played that role once long ago.
What,
And-
Hello, Dolly? Or?
Yeah, no, yeah. And he wrote me a little note on a playbill that, Hello, Dolly playbill, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah. And I always wanted to meet him. And indeed, when I want to be somebody who I'm not, my pseudonym, you know what that means? When you want to be somebody that you're not.
Right. You don't want anybody to know who you are.
Yeah. My pseudonym is Connie Hackle. First, I was going to be Cornelius Hackle, but now I'm known as Connie Hackle. Oh, God, I should never have said that.
Now
should
everybody
I?
knows.
Now everyone knows.
Yes.
I'm going to have to change my pseudonym. No, I won't
Yes.
change my
Our first of the day.
Oh, gosh. Hey, since we got him here, well, look, first, let's explain to everyone, if you're watching on television, it's not like Armageddon or something that the sun is shining outside and you might think 6 o'clock in the morning. We taped the day before. Don't tell anybody. Okay. So,
I think it's becoming known that you do that.
Yes.
oh, do I? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Why?
So,
It's 6 o'clock in the morning. The sun is coming up now.
oh, is it now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting earlier and earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, so we could lie.
It won't be.
No, it's not this bright out.
It won't be
but
that
it's-
bright, but yeah.
Oh,
But it's not that bright in here either. So
no. Well, we're not that bright.
Are you taking the
We're
color
not that
temperature or
bright
the
in here.
IQ?
the IQ.
IQ.
Yeah.
IQ. Hey, speaking about IQs, I would love to find out about Penguin Plunge. Did you have we haven't seen you since you plunged.
Yes. Yeah. I was working last Monday and wasn't able to make it in.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, you did, but the show was almost over.
Yeah, the show was almost over.
So you
So,
said,
yeah.
what the hell? Yeah. You're not going to break
Yeah.
up a good time.
No.
So what was the good time that you had at Hampton Ponds? How was it?
It was a great day.
Yeah.
We had
warm.
about 40 degrees.
That's
Although-
warm for January.
Although this is the first time that we can actually say that we actually jumped into freezing cold water.
It was freezing cold?
The water temperature was 32 degrees.
My God.
And that was confirmed by 3 different thermometers.
Holy God.
So the survival suits have thermometers on them, and the 2 firemen that were inside the water confirmed that it was 32 degrees. And then we had a pool thermometer that said it was 32 degrees. So we had about...
So it felt good when you got out of the water, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It
Yeah.
felt real good.
How do you say?
Logically?
Say the whole word.
Meteorologically?
Oh, God, I can't do it.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Worcestershire.
If you're a
If
you're a meteorologist, all right, how do you explain that? If that it was colder,
The ice insulates the water.
Yes.
the ice insulates the water, and it had been icy for a long while, so the water remained cold. Is
Yes.
that
Yep.
what happened?
Yep.
And there was no ice, or was there ice that you
Oh, yeah.
could walk?
Oh, yeah, there was ice.
So you walked out
No,
onto
no.
ice into something?
No, the firemen cut a U-shaped area for us to go into and come out of. So we got out, rang the bell, did a lap or two in the water, and got out.
Oh man.
No,
Yeah,
most people went in. They just kind of got wet, and they rang the bell and got out.
Oh man, I was hoping I was going to be able to get over there, but I at the last moment we had to do a photo shoot, so I was at this photo shoot. So that was okay, but I had done. Did you see? I did a reel on that. I did on my Instagram. I did a reel the day before, or of the day of, saying something. I can't remember what I was talking about. I maybe was talking about cold water, how long you could last in it, or whatever, survive, and
Yeah.
I don't know. So you wore,
Every time Bob says he was at a photo shoot, this is the first thing that pops into my head.
What is that? What? Like my hair is blowing in the wind? What is this?
I just hear Madonna.
Oh, I love this voguing. Did you vogue in your day?
No.
Look, listen to that. Look at that. That's good producing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh
it is
my
good
God.
producing.
It is. It is really great. Did this win like a Grammy when it was out? Did Madonna win a Grammy for
I
that?
think it was a number one. I don't know if it won a Grammy.
Yeah. Well, okay.
That's all I can think of when Bob talks about photo shoots. I can just see the light, that you get the flash bulb flashing off to the side every so often.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh,
Bob
yeah.
just stopping. In
My
motion.
my hair in the wind. And all
Yes,
that. Yeah.
with the
We're-
weaving and
yeah.
the hair blowing in the wind
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fabio Bob.
Oh yeah, we were shooting someone else. Incidentally, it wasn't me. Although I did get into a picture or two. So, at any rate, I always
Told
get
you.
into that picture or
Yeah.
two. Yeah.
You always kind of warm your way right in there.
Warm my way. Listen, from now on, shameless promotion is
Why not?
I'm doing it. I'm promoting the whole thing.
Bob, she loves it.
Yeah. So, all right. So, my friend, you were wearing your Hawaiian shirt.
My Hawaiian shirt. Yep.
Yeah.
And my
there was a good crowd.
Yeah, there was a good crowd watching. Yeah, very good crowd. We had 54 jumpers
Plungers.
or plungers hitting the water with us.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is great.
And
No.
how'd you do on making some money for
I-
folks?
I-
You were the Penguin. You were the Excelsior.
Yes, I raised the most money, and I raised. I raised $59,000.
50.
Sorry, excuse me, $5,942.
I was going to say 59.
$59,000. No, not that much.
No.
Some people would pay me that much to stay in the water and not get out. But
Yeah. So 50, almost
59.
59. What was
$5,942.
that? $58. You were
Just short of $6,000.
Just $6,000.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, look, isn't that wonderful? And how
And
much did the Children's Museum rack up totally?
I have not gotten the total numbers yet.
Yeah.
We I think they were still kind of crunching them. Our next meeting we will have them, and I will know how much we made for the museum, which was it's much needed funds for a great community.
Great
asset.
institution. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You need those kind of constant places like museums, like art galleries, so that future generations of community-minded folks can be nurtured by bringing them and giving them experiences. That's
Yeah.
so good. So good. Yeah. So since then, you've been celebrating?
Yeah, I wish.
What do you get for Excelsior Penguin?
Well, we gave out cash prizes to the top 3 fundraisers.
So you get money?
Yeah, so we got some cash prizes for we got 300, 200, and 100 was the levels
lovely.
of. So it encourages everybody to try to raise some money, and
Yeah.
enjoy themselves. So
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
had a great time.
Yeah. Do you all, this is one of those strange things that happens. If you are, I see it when when we go to the shows at the Westfield Women's Club, they always have a pot a 50-50 raffle.
Yeah.
And many people will give it back
Yes.
at that point. And personally, I don't want to give it back.
You don't have to. That's what the 50
No, I
is
know
for.
it. But then everybody knows, that this is a custom. You give it back, And I'm thinking everybody's going to think I'm the biggest skinflint in the world.
No,
I'm
that's
gonna
not
say-
true. People don't believe
No,
that.
I mean,
No.
like, did
Not
you?
everybody gives it back, Bob.
No, not everybody.
They know you're
does.
on a fixed income.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you, but I just fixed might be a relative word. Oh gosh, oh God. You know, we went out to dinner. It was my sister's birthday, so we went to Sturridon Tavern last night. You've been
Yeah,
to Sturridon
yes.
Tavern, yeah. And I had a family experience. Okay,
Oh boy.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
My brother.
Yesterday was my anniversary, so I was.
Oh
out
my
yesterday,
God!
too.
Yes. Were you out celebrating? Where did you go? We could have done it together. That would have made me a lot
Well,
more
originally we were going to
comfortable.
On the Border, but we walked in and there was like 10% of the place was full, and they were saying it was
Oh.
an hour wait.
Holy moly!
Like they had no staff.
Yeah.
So we ended up going to Chili's, and then we went to the casino, and I lost my shirt.
Oh my God. Okay. So was this in the afternoon? Were you celebrating in the afternoon?
No, I still worked at Mount Holyoke, so when I came home, we went out.
Oh, got it. I understand. So we went to Sturridon Tavern, which is a lovely spot in West Springfield. It's actually there. I didn't realize this. The restaurant is made up of two buildings, and one is an actual tavern from Prescott, Massachusetts, which was one of those towns that was flooded, I think, when the Quabbin Reservoir
Yeah.
went. So they took the tavern and they moved it over there in 1957. So then what happens is there is a meeting house in Southwick, Massachusetts, that is the banquet house. And then they connected the two buildings
Together,
And
yep.
So we're there, and my brother complained because he ordered prime rib au jus, and the au jus never came.
They never.
Oh, jeez.
Why didn't
First
he-
world problems.
Why didn't he just ask for the Ojo?
Yeah, well, he kept saying the waiter has disappeared. I don't know where it is, and he didn't know what au jus was. He's 78 years old. I didn't know that you could live all your life without knowing what a popover was. He asked about what was this popover that is being served.
Obviously, you never went to the gold mine.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, or Delaney House or whatever. Where are you in life? You don't know what I'm making fun of my brother, and I love him to death, but. You know,
If you can't make fun of your family, who can
so
you
he
make fun
says
of?
to me, well, I don't think I would serve the au jus. This is after he ate this huge bit of prime rib. I said, I think it came with it. There was juice around.
Oh,
he
okay,
said,
yeah,
yeah,
then-
yeah.
yeah, they might put it
But
over
he
it. They
said,
don't always
no,
put it
I
on the
didn't.
side."
No, there wasn't any. There wasn't any. I said, both my sister and I then have to show him. You know how they serve it on the side and a
little ramekin.
a
and-
little,
yeah.
and it's not
Yeah.
even a little ramekin. It's like four
It's like a
tables,
little gravy boat.
A little, not even a gravy boat. It's served with at most places in one of those little cups that you might get mayonnaise in or something. Okay, so I said, Dick, you're only going to get 4 tablespoons of it, and what it is gravy.
Yeah, it's like a
Actually,
grease.
it's not. It's pan
grease.
drippings.
It's pan drippings. It's grease.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Wow.
at any rate, so with the thing
It's
went
the
on.
gravy without the thickening agent and making it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we went through the entire meal. We had a lovely time, and nice meal, incidentally, as well.
And how was your meal?
My meal was very good. I had a piece of salmon. You know, but the best place for salmon is at Zanto in Southwick. Everybody, if you get their salmon salad, it is so cooked, and it's a good-sized piece. I have twice in the last 2 weeks been at restaurants where the salmon was smaller than I had expected because I was so used to having the Zanto salmon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at any rate, no, I had salmon, and it was lovely. You can't really. Well, it was blackened salmon, so it was blackened, and it was good. So we finished the meal. And I look up. My brother gets up, and he is at the kitchen door, talking to them about the fact that his meal, the au jus.
He didn't get the Ojo.
How do you have that problem with your siblings that
I don't go out with my siblings, so.
no.
No.
Is it because of things like that sort of
Yeah.
lead you to
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes out with stiffs like me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Peter, like, do your brother and you go out for meals, and do you ever? Is there that thing that happens?
My
when
brother's
you're-
pickier than I am, but he wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Oh, whatever."
My brother has a very loud voice, and there was one other big table in the room, and I think the entire restaurant, including the bar, which was another room over, probably heard him say, "I didn't get my au jus." I said, "Dick, please lower your voice." "Well, I didn't get it." Oh,
Was he in
please
search of
don't.
a hearing aid?
Well, I don't know.
That's usually why people get loud.
He's always had a loud voice. So,
okay.
you know, I don't know. Maybe I do have a loud voice myself. I sometimes have to, you know, Peter, you're always adjusting the sound here, you know.
Yeah, you go up and down.
Yeah.
You're
But-
like that Verizon commercial, you know, where
What is it?
all of a sudden you go into drama mode and your voice drops by 10 dB.
Yeah. You know, I've
You
noticed.
seen the Verizon commercial where the guy's like, all of a sudden the lights drop behind him, and he's like, "I can't believe we're paying for this." Goes into William Shatner mode, and the wife goes, "Little dramatic."
Oh yeah. I've learned on doing Instagram. You want to watch me on Instagram? Another shameless plug. Go to Plasbob.
By the way,
at
Christy watches
Plasbob.
you all the time.
Oh, I know it. I so appreciate that. And sometimes she makes a comment. You know, I've reached a level. I've gotten like 805 followers on Instagram. Lots of others on Facebook, of course. But the somehow or other, I don't know whether it's meta universe or whatever the hell they call it.
The metaverse.
The metaverse. They're tempting me because I can't get beyond 810, and they keep. I don't know how that works. Do people go online and they say, "Oh, I'm sick of listening to this guy," and they
Unfollow you?
unfollow me? Is that what
They
happens?
could.
You know, or
Yeah.
Oh well, at any rate,
Or they just don't like your posts, and then you
Yeah.
drop in their algorithm.
yeah. So I then begin to think, and I've
I think
learned.
it's all a scam anyway.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, my Instagram voice at the beginning was something like, "Hello, how are you? I'm here today, etc., to talk." And now I'm now this more relaxed, sort of like less of a.
You're not doing your Don Pardo.
I'm not doing my Don Pardo. No.
Tell them what they've won, Don.
Don, yes, really, yeah. Do you have a Don Pardo voice? Peter,
Me?
Peter has a Don Pardo voice.
I do?
Suppose you live from. He used to be. Didn't he do live from New York for years? From Saturday, it's Saturday night.
Yeah.
So let's hear you do live from New York. It's Saturday night.
Did he?
No.
No, he
I
didn't,
wanna
he
hear-
didn't do. He
He
didn't.
did
do
the
any-
opening credits. The host did the live from New York
Yeah.
on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Oh, he did the opening credits. Oh, okay. Live from New York. It's Saturday night.
Yes.
Let's hear you, Peter. Oh, well, we're going to hear this.
Presents today's three contestants. This is Mrs. Norma Dancis from Rosslyn, Pennsylvania. And this is Mr. Larry Costgren from Hampton, New Hampshire. And this is our champion, Mrs. Ann Pierce from Gainesville, Florida. These three people will compete today on Jeopardy!
Oh, all right. There we go. All right. So these three people will compete today on Jeopardy. All right, Peter, it's your turn. These three people will compete today on Jeopardy. Let's hear
These
it.
three people will compete today on Jeopardy.
Rick?
These three people will compete today on Jeopardy. You got to use your announcer's voice. You got to get deep. You
I
got to
need my
get down.
real-
Okay,
the
these-
real radio announcer's voice.
These three people will compete today on Jeopardy.
See,
How is that?
A game
That
show
was pretty-
announcer's voice is different than the movie voice.
Right.
Ah, yeah.
The movie voice is like this, and you have to talk like this, and you have to really compress your voice. And once you compress your voice a lot,
Yeah.
it's almost like a golf
Yeah,
announcer
that's
in a
it.
world
That's exactly right.
where the aliens come through every other day. Yeah, that's
It's-
like that.
Yeah, and you have to be. There's.
You see the guy that actually does that?
Right.
He's a short little dude. He's got pipes of God.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And but the idea here is that somebody once said to I used to do.
If you're gonna do a voice thing, you should have Pagluka.
Well, somebody said, but Jay Pagluka does that well. But that graininess, somebody said, well, you know why you get voiceover work is because you have grain in your voice. And I thought, grain in my voice, and the grain in your voice is sort of like you get you're beginning to be Gabby Hayes in the old westerns or some of that gravel. But my voice has a little gravel in it, because you can make it. But you can play it for all it's worth. So when you're doing one of those things, you can add your gravel to the voice. You add gravel to your voice over there, mister. Rick?
Why would I add gravel to my voice?
There we are.
Right there.
Yeah,
anyway,
you have to be sick to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like legitimately.
Yes. Or smoke
the best voiceovers are when you're...
or smoke 10 packs of cigarettes.
Exactly.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's right. Oh, my gosh. All right. That's good coffee.
Oh, no.
Oh, here we go again.
That's that game. At any rate, hey, it's Bob Marley's birthday today. He was born in 1945, so he would have been my age, 78 today. Is that right? Yeah. He would have been, no, wait a minute, 79 today? If he was born in 45, he would have been, how old is he be today?
If he was born in 45.
Right.
83.
Thank you.
80. No, he wouldn't be 83. 45. Yeah, I was born in 1945. I'm 78. But is Bob Marley 79?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You sure when you were? No, I'm sure when you were born.
I had a brother to back me up. Remember, I was a twin.
You're a twin,
there was always
79. He would have been in 79.
He's 79 now.
He would have been 79 today.
And I'm going to be 79 in November. That's where I was getting confused. All right. Okay. So it's Bob Marley's birthday. His son was at last night's Grammy Awards, and just great. And there's a new movie coming out about Bob Marley's life.
It's out, I think.
Oh, is it? Called Bob Marley, One Life.
One Love, I think.
One Love. I can't wait to see it. So at any rate, here's to Bob Marley. We're going to play Three Little Birds.
This morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds, it's by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for ArtSpeak, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Wow, it is Tuesday morning, February 6, 2024, and counting. My name is Bob Plass. Yes, yeah. And you are Rick Berry, my personal... You are?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
I was getting a little confused.
Were you?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. And Peter Coles is in this center box. We've got Denny Akins and Kathy Bradford coming up in a bit. Go to westfieldonweekends.com. If you want to take a class, oh my God, we got some great classes coming up and great events, et cetera, et cetera. So at any rate, hey, here's to lame ducks. Today is Lame Duck Day.
Those poor ducks.
Yeah.
Why did
I was
why are they hurting? Did somebody hurt them?
I don't know, but I'm wondering where this idea came from. Picture a lame duck. I was trying to picture a lame duck. Does a lame duck kind of waddles like a penguin?
Well, they waddle anyways.
Mr. Excelsior?
Well, when ducks walk anyways, they waddle anyways. So how could you tell if they were lame?
Well, that's true. And why does lame duck? A lame? I said to you first. Why are we celebrating it to begin with? That's a good. Why are we celebrating?
Or is it a pathetic duck?
It's a pathetic duck.
Like lame as a.
This is like a lame joke.
Yeah, like a lame joke. Yes. Yeah. So it's
a lame joke. But a lame duck. Now,
a lame duck refers to something in the political world normally.
Is it only political world?
I'm not sure. We'll see what the Google machine has to say.
So in the political world, it's somebody in office who can't be voted in again.
Who has lost the election and will be replaced.
No, but if, for instance, if a president is a lame duck president when they are in their last term and they can't run again, right? Yeah. Wouldn't you call that a lame duck? But where does the idea where does this expression, lame duck, come from? And, first, whoever saw a lame duck? I mean, as you say, the duck is, that's a lame duck. The duck is walking across over to get to the pond, and he's lame.
Do you want Merriam-Webster's?
Yeah, I do. I will.
The meaning of lame duck is one that is weak or that falls behind in the ability or achievements, especially chiefly British.
Chiefly British.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
No. We need.
Oh, that's where it comes from. Chiefly British.
Okay, so it comes from British
or an ailing company. It must be a British term.
So a duck is probably a British term meaning like a person.
Could be, yes, yeah. Or it's
you could call he's a strange duck, or whatever.
A second definition: an elected official or group continuing to hold political office during the period between the election and the inauguration of a successor.
Ah, okay, alrighty. So why are we celebrating today? Why do we celebrate lame ducks? It's not even near an election. I mean, what is the purpose of this? That's what I want to know. I don't know. What is the purpose of national holidays to begin with? I don't get it. I mean, today is also Canadian Maple Syrup Day. All right. Well, I love Canadian maple syrup, but I eat American.
Vermont.
I like maple syrup anyways. So yeah.
I don't ever connect syrup with Canada, but now that I think about it, the maple
it's their liquid oil.
I got it. I
connected more with Vermont.
I do too, but we're not celebrating today. We're not celebrating Vermont maple syrup. We're celebrating bon. How do you say good eating? Bon to eat.
Does that have to do with the lame duck?
Bon appetit.
Does that have to do with the lame duck?
So I
good eatins. Yeah,
I put Canadian maple syrup on my duck.
On your lame duck.
If it's lame, I'm going to eat it. I only eat lame ducks. Oh God, help me! And today is also Chopsticks Day, National Chopsticks Day. Do you eat speaking of eating? No, that's not chopsticks. Dun 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 dun. That's not chopstick either.
No, I thought it was. That's what it's labeled as.
Yeah, no. Dun 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 dun. At any rate, do you eat your food with chopsticks, you guys? You ever use chopsticks?
I can't,
no.
I've tried it. Just
somebody's
going to get hurt, and it's usually not me.
Oh. I buy sushi from the big wife for James, maybe once or twice a month or so, and they have a great sushi over there, and so I buy the California roll or whatever the hell it is.
You guys don't go to Tobacco?
No, we're trying to. We're on a fixed income. No, at any rate, so. He always is complaining, Bob, you forgot to bring the chopsticks. So, I don't know. I'm
But did you remember to pay for the sushi though?
Oh, of course. I always stick the chopsticks in my pocket, so it looks like I'm stealing. I always take 2 or 3. What do you call that soy sauce thing?
Yeah.
And put it in my pocket,
so it
looks like I'm.
Because you're on a fixed income, so you can have something for later.
Yeah. I'm gonna see how many times this week I can use. Well, I'm on a fixed income.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So you could use the soy sauce on something to make some.
Yeah.
Make some sort of soup or something.
Put it on my. The chop suey that I'm going to make at home or whatever. But at any rate, it's pay a compliment day as well.
You're looking good in that shirt there, Bob.
Do you think this goes with it?
Yeah.
Listen, there is nobody I'd rather sit next to than you, Rick.
Yeah, it's getting deep in here.
Peter, I'm on a fixed income, so I can't give you a compliment. No, I'll give you a short compliment. Hey, you really sit behind the microphone well.
That's a short compliment?
Well,
Did you say, what are you saying, he's short?
I'm stretching it. It's a lame joke on a lame duck day.
Yeah, but it's, it is Dump Your Significant Jerk Week. I'll see you later, Bob.
No! Who comes up with these things? It's Dump Your...
I heard a giggle in the background from that one.
Hold on, I'm working on it.
Significant jerk.
No offense, Bob.
Well,
I did compliment you, or that was
that was a backhanded compliment because the idea that you think of me as significant.
Yes,
Kathy, it's Dump Your Significant Jerk Week. I just got dumped right here. Oh, Denny is here too.
Yes.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah. Chip, you know what?
What?
You just made the list. Oh, no.
Here we go.
Oh, my God. All right, guys. Look. We had Kathy just left. I think
she had enough.
She's considering that this is it. Oh, there. Oh, wait a minute. There you are. Okay.
Sorry, puppies knock on the window all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So we're sitting here talking about these national days and weeks and stuff like that. It's also Burn Awareness Week.
Burn awareness.
I know if you have a burn, you're always aware of it, aren't you?
Oh, that's just wrong.
Oh, yeah. No.
It's true?
No. Well, no, it is true. Well, I don't know about that. I'm trying to think of, there are sometimes, have you ever burned the roof of your mouth without knowing it? My dentist said to me last week, your mouth you burned your mouth. Can you remember when you burned your mouth? And I thought, I couldn't remember when I burned my mouth until last night, incidentally, This is so great, crazy how everything connects. I always at the end of the night, I make myself apple cider, hot apple cider before I go to bed, an hour before I go to bed, for a couple of reasons. It's part of my diet. All right, I just made it up that it was part of my diet. It's just there. And so I then heat the cider, and the cider needs to be hot. And so I was drinking the cider, and I was
Isn't that
thinking,
called mulling?
I guess it's kind of like mulled cider. I don't put
No,
anything.
mull, M-U-L-L, mulling cider.
Mulling cider. I think I have to add some
Spices and stuff to make it mulled.
Yeah. So I was drinking it last night, and then I said, this is not hot enough. So I went back and I put it in for another minute, and then I took a sip, and then I went, that's why I had a burn on the top of my mouth. Yeah. It's my cider, my hot cider. Yeah. At any rate, we go on and on. Kathy Bradford, how are you? Kathy Bradford.
I'm great.
Yeah.
I'm great today. Good to see you all.
Yeah. And Denny, how are you? Where are you both? You're both in the blurred background world.
I am. I'm home for this afternoon. I thought I will just have a clear day and do this little spot from home.
On a clear day, you can see both both Denny and myself on television. Yes,
he always calls me James.
I always call him James. Yeah, Dennis, and you are at home as well.
I was out all day. And I just got back home about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, gotcha.
So I am in Westfield. I'm in Westfield for now.
All right, sounds really very, very good. We were talking earlier about the idea of lame ducks. All right. Do you know what a lame duck is? Have you ever seen a duck, a lame duck? Have either one of you ever seen a lame duck?
You mean a live duck? That's
no,
lame?
No, a live duck that's lame.
No.
Bob prefers to base it with the maple syrup from Canada. So
yeah, today is Canada. I love to. Canadian maple syrup day.
Canadian bacon syrup.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. I would love that too.
Yeah, but it's also pay a compliment day. So I'll give you both a compliment. Kathy, you are wonderful to work with. You've done so many wonderful things for the Westfield Creative Arts Center, WOW's Creative Arts Center at 105 Elm Street. I can't thank you enough. Dennis, you have been there in my life for, is it 50 years? Is it more than 50 years? 1976.
I think it's less than 50 years, right? Well,
no. I think you were around after maybe 1978.
Well, 50 years ago, I would have been 22, and I didn't really know you until I was like 24, 25.
So it's 48 years.
Close. We're getting close to 50.
Okay, all righty. We're going to have a festival around that.
We're going to have a golden jubilee.
Yeah. I've known this guy for that long. Did I know you when you had hair?
I don't think so. I had hair in high school, and that was the last time I remember having hair.
Oh, God, yes, yeah. I think.
In fact, when hair came out.
When hair came out. You didn't have hair when hair came out.
No, I just lost it.
Did you have hair when hair came out?
Isn't this ironic?
There's a musical.
Yes.
Did you have hair?
Yes.
You had hair.
Well, which one? The original?
The original.
The original.
Yes, I had hair when that was what, 1970 something?
1971, maybe.
So, yeah, I had hair. I was maybe 5.
I was born.
Yeah.
You're only 5 then?
Yeah.
I was born in 7.
Maybe 4. What's that? Yes, yes, I am the youngest in my family. Yep.
Yeah.
Out of all 9 of us, yes, I am the youngest.
And now I know you have a big family. It's great.
Yes, Rick's family actually is an Irish family of note. I wanted to know. We need to know because it was just this weekend. They had the Irish Colleen Ball here in Westfield, right? Who won? Who is the Westfield Colleen? Do we know?
I don't.
Well, I looked in the paper today, and it wasn't in the paper. I thought isn't that big news when somebody wins?
Yeah.
I don't think that they announced
it yet. Well,
no, I saw a Facebook post.
Was there a
But
face?
Mark St. Jean used to record it, and I don't think he did it this year.
Well, no, because he was at Saturday night. He was at our ghost tour. Yeah, he was there at the ghost tour on Saturday night.
Well,
So
the timing would be right because it's got to be done before the March St. Patrick's Day parade.
Right.
Right.
This is about the time where
Right.
they start their duties.
yeah. Kelly Brown, a great friend from the Boys and Girls Club, is the marshal this year. So she'll be marching, and she's also a great Kiwanian. So we're thrilled that she is the Grand Marshal. But if I was
Yes.
going to say, if anybody knows,
They
here you've got pictures.
Yeah,
No,
they
so-
did announce it.
Yeah, and who is the one in the middle there with the crown on?
It looks like it is Sydney Durgan.
Durgin.
Drugan.
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 Okay,
Yeah.
that's not Westfield though, right?
Yeah, that's on the Sons of Aaron's page.
Because I thought
From
Maybe
two.
she was
2020. I thought the 2024 wasn't selected yet until the 17th.
No,
This
is 2
no.
days ago. This is 2 days
No,
ago.
they go in the parade on the 17th, but you get elected before that.
Yeah.
Because I think I saw Chickabee's president's dinner was this week.
Oh
and
yeah,
the Colleens
that's the
had already been
coronation
announced.
ball.
Yeah.
The
ball is on the 17th.
The coronation ball, yeah. Because we were at the ghost tour, and Mike McCabe on Friday night had to so he went and he announced and he said thank yous and everything, and then he was in his tux and he left it so that he could make the second part of the ghost tour, which incidentally was a real big hit. We had a wonderful evening at First Congregational Church, thanks to everyone. Thanks to Cindy Gaylord for putting this great event together. They raised some thousands of dollars for the preservation of special things in Westfield, special places and special events in Westfield. Not events, but like the Congregational Church or the church, our graveyards. So it was really lots of fun. The actors were great. There were 15 ghosts. So everybody that came out was really terrific. Yeah. And yesterday, this is an interesting experience. We went to the chamber concert, Kathy and I, at Westfield State. And it was such a wonderful concert. And during it, we drew our winner, who we can announce of what do we call it? The holiday 50-50 raffle, or what was it? Yeah. Kath,
Yeah.
you want to announce the winner so that
Sure.
everybody can bemoan the fact that they lost?
Except for the fabulous Mr. Philip Hotchkiss, who with
Thank you.
number 15 won $820.
$820.
Wow.
Hey, yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
The
yeah.
other half, $820, will be deposited into the Westfield on Weekends Creative Arts Center Fund to continue our programming. So thank you all.
Yeah. And speaking of those programs, I said earlier that there were classes and courses that folks could avail themselves of. You want to just talk a little bit about that for just a sec? Maybe Dennis wants to take a painting course or something.
But maybe.
Maybe.
As always, year round, we have our acrylics class. And we're very excited about that one. That one is on Tuesday nights, and we will again have watercolor in the spring on Wednesday nights.
Wednesday.
So those are our usual standbys. For the first time in a very long time, we will have our knitting class that is starting on the 7th.
Oh
So we're
my
excited
God!
about that.
This is good
And
news.
then that one's with Heidi, who is just returning to Westfield and getting involved.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have our e-zines program coming up in March. So lots of different classes. We're looking at some other classes for the week of school break for high school students, and with their parents, they might want to take drawing or some of the other options that we have.
Right.
The best place to find out what's going on is westfieldonweekends.com. You can find out the pricing, the location, the times of classes, and everything that's going on right there.
Yeah, it's a great space, and the space is available for community groups as well. We Kathy does a great job in scheduling in juggling all of the times and everything. But that space is available if, for instance, you wanted to throw a little party for your significant jerk. Right.
More exciting than our classes this month is the start of bingo.
What?
So,
wait a minute. Oh, my God.
We've been getting lots of calls about bingo, and we are starting it on the 12th, Monday the 12th.
February the 12th?
Yes.
So how does that work? I'm it's been a long while since I've been to a bingo game. How does it work? You pay to get in, and then you
pay by card. So you buy a card, and that is what you pay, and prizes come out of the card money. Half of the proceeds go to the center to offer more programming.
Right.
The other half of the proceeds is given out as prize money throughout the game.
Oh, I got it. Okay. And does your bingo game, will your bingo game have bingo? In other words, under the B's, under the...
Well, why wouldn't it not have?
Well, I know.
If it's missing a G, if it's missing a G, then it would be bino.
I mean, it's standard bingo.
No, I know it, but couldn't it be something else other than under? It's a 5-letter word. Pick a 5-letter word.
The word that everyone knows is bingo.
Lucky. Oh.
How about Wowgo?
Wowgo. Wow, no, yeah. Well,
then you'd have to have more expensive cards, Bob, because you'd have to reprint it.
Oh my God,
you'd have to make all the balls and everything.
Yeah.
So to that I say,
Oh my God!
Okay. I remember. Well, I don't know if you guys did. Your family, did your mothers or fathers or people in your families, any of you, go to bingo games? Because I was brought up on Saturday night bingo in Thompsonville at the VA post down in Thompsonville. And we would go down on Saturday nights, and at the end of it, we would go to Friendly's and have hot chocolate sundaes. Yeah. Even if we lost.
Even if you lost?
Probably hot fudge sundaes.
What do you call? Oh, they didn't call them hot chocolate.
Oh, God.
It would melt.
Yeah. Oh, it's a melt. So did you guys participate? Were you bingo goers at all? Your mother, Dennis? She looked like she could have. No?
Not at all, no.
Currently, my mother runs bingo weekly where she lives, and she's the queen of bingo there, loves running it and coordinates the whole thing. They have every week a standard bingo, and then the fourth week they have something called bonus bingo where they get the big bucks, and everyone brings food, so it's a social occasion. It's quite fun.
Wow. Okay. So our bingo game is going to start on February 12th, you said? No.
Yes, I believe that's Monday, right?
Is that Monday?
Yes,
okay.
it's a Monday.
Yeah.
So
Monday's our day of the week that we have open right now. So I think it's Monday.
Oh my God. And so we got to get the word out for everyone to go there.
Well, it was certainly in our gorgeous ad that the reminder put out for us. It was listed right there with all of our dates. We have right now just monthly bingo until, let me see, February, March, April, May. Four months to see how it works, and then we'll decide what we want to do with it.
Oh, I love it. Now, if you win, what do you say?
You mean if you get a row going in any direction or whatever the game is?
Yeah, whatever they came.
You have to yell bingo.
I think they should yell,
Oh my God!
Bingo! What?
What do you think?
No,
Denny, they should have to yell, "Oh my Bob."
Oh my Bob. Oh, that's.
I love that.
Bingo.
Oh my God.
No, there are too many letters. Too many letters. Yeah. So I remember, these women who came in. My aunts had their own like little puncher thing, or what do you call it? They
dabber.
Brought dabber.
Yeah.
Dabber, because you could throw away the cards or whatever they played, and they would buy like 40 or 50 cards, and it was like they were like.
And they took it
Possessed.
seriously.
They're like
Oh
they're
my God.
possessed.
Oh my gosh! And then
Have you ever been at a casino? That
No.
is crazy.
you have.
That's called big time bingo.
Do they have big time bingo? I mean, like the same.
That's how they
kind?
started. The first allowable games were bingo games.
Yeah.
The Indians started with bingo.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea. All I remember is that my
Foxwoods
aunts,
began as a bingo hall.
they would get.
Excuse me for a minute.
Oh yeah, they would get so angry at folks who won. You know.
yeah.
Yeah. It would be like, she's winning again. It's rigged or whatever. She always wins. No.
They take the game way too seriously.
Well, it is it's a serious.
Well,
game, you know.
I remember when St. Mary's used to have it, and we used to go with some of us just to have fun and stuff like that. We didn't care if we won or not. But, the funny thing is that everybody else took it so seriously, and we're sitting there having a great time, laughing and joking. You want to see the death stares you get from people.
Yeah,
and
you're talking too loud.
They
take it seriously.
We're in the gym at St. Mary's, and they're telling us to shut up or leave. The players next to us, it was like we couldn't stop laughing because it was so funny.
Oh my God!
You're taking it way too seriously. It was
It's a serious game.
Yes.
And there are people that go every night. I think Monday nights are there in the area. Every other night has a bingo game.
There's
you could go
around the area. There used to be, not anymore.
No.
It's very rare. I don't know anywhere. Does anybody know?
Our friend Mary
It became
told me that
expensive because you got state licensing and all that kind of stuff you have to do.
Oh God, yeah, you got to go through that whole thing. I just I'm excited. I don't know whether Dennis, would you like to go on Monday? Does bingo interest you at all?
Well, I won't be here, unfortunately. I'm down in Delaware.
Well, we could have Zoom
sorry.
bingo. We could do Zoom bingo.
No, Bob.
You could possibly, yeah.
You couldn't.
I
don't know how that would work.
No,
You
Bob.
could hold your card. Oh, you would have to hold your card up.
And there's a delay. No.
I think it's an in-person activity.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, all right.
Otherwise, you'd have to register online. No.
Oh, all right. Okay. All right.
Can we congratulate Rick on the polar plunge?
Oh, listen, he's the Excelsior Penguin.
I know.
And
he's the top fundraiser.
Oh my
I wanted
God!
to tell Rick that yesterday I had friends who were in the Rehoboth Beach, Delaware plunge.
Oh, nice.
They had 3,800 participants.
Participants,
Wow.
Yeah, and they raised over $1 million.
Oh my God! What do they call
them money this year?
Denny? What do they call it? Is it a penguin?
They call it. It's called Delaware DE plunge. It's the Rehoboth Beach Delaware plunge, the polar plunge. Same thing.
Oh my gosh!
But they've been doing it for 33 years now.
Oh wow! Honestly,
It's a little bit warmer. Not much. The water temperature's not that different.
No, not much. Not much difference.
Yeah.
Not this time of year.
And it's
But I did want to congratulate Rick because I know he did incredibly well. I read about it. Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, very much. He won some money. He's going to put it toward a party at the Westfield Creative Arts Center.
For some here's the significant jerk.
Did you guys hear there was some breaking news a short time ago? I don't know if you are privy to it, but the King Charles has been diagnosed with cancer.
Yes,
oh my God!
I did see that.
Oh no!
Yeah, and it's not the prostate cancer. He was in last week for prostate cancer.
Right.
That's not the cancer that they announced.
Yeah.
They haven't disclosed where his cancer is, whether it's a blood cancer or some organ cancer. But he's already started undergoing treatments for it.
Oh
so
my
cheers.
gosh!
Tip off to the king.
Yeah. Oh my gosh!
Breaking news! I know by tomorrow when this airs, people are going to be talking about it. So,
right? Wow!
so
I can't.
want to be
Thank
aware
you.
of it.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, today is Natalie Cole's birthday. Did you go to UMass with her? Was she in your class?
She was in my class. Yeah, along with Richard Gere. Those are our two celebrities.
Wow.
Oh,
what was she?
very nice.
What was she studying at UMass? Was she a music major at UMass?
She was a music. I believe she was a music major and an education minor, because I knew her. She used to hang around the School of Ed when I was there.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
And Bill Cosby was there at the time. But I
Yeah.
don't think they really interacted very much.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Well, it's her
It was
birthday.
during the
She was born in 1950 today, so she's
Yeah, so
70.
she's a year younger than I.
Yeah, 73 today, and 74 today. Right? Am I getting that
Yeah,
right?
so-
1950.
Well, could be. It depends when. Today it would be probably 74.
Yeah, she's 74 years old. She would have
Be
been
si-
74 years
Yeah,
old today.
would've been- yep.
I have a connection as well because her the building that my spouse lived in New York City was also the building that had Natalie Cole's family, the and her sisters and her not Nat didn't live in the building, but Natalie Cole's mother and her sister lived in the building that we lived in New York City. Yeah. And he used to see her in the elevator all the time, but by the time I came along, she was long out and singing songs and making big hits like her own. Do you remember the first hit that she had? You guys?
You asked me. I don't remember. I know that you kind of really hit it big when she did the Co album with her.
With
you know,
her,
with
father,
father's track.
Yeah,
well,
I love that
yeah,
one.
but this will be, which is I think her first big
yeah.
hit. This will be.
Yeah, I
This
think
is
you're right.
Natalie Cole. We'll be right back, everyone.
This will be an everlasting love. This will be the one I've waited for. This will be the first time anyone has loved me. Oh, I'm so glad he found me in time, and I'm so glad that he rectified my mind. This will be an everlasting love for me. Oh, loving you is so kind of wonderful because you've shown me just how much you care. You've given me the thrill of a lifetime and made me believe you've got no thrills to spare. Oh, this will be an everlasting love. Oh, yes, it will now. You brought a lot of sunshine into my life. You filled me with happiness I never knew. You gave me more joy than I ever dreamed of. And no one can take the place of you. This will be you and me. Yes, sorry, eternally. Hugging and squeezing and kissing and pleasing together forever, forever, whatever. Yeah. You and me. So long as I'm living true love, I'll be giving to you. I'll be serving 'cause you're so deserving. Hey, you're so deserving. You're so deserving. Yeah. Oh,
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Wow, it is Tuesday, February 6, 2024. This is a big day. I'm taking down the outside Christmas decorations.
Can I also tease Kenny's show, by the way?
Of course you can.
After his epic travels last week, or misadventures.
Oh, my God, what a
I
story
think his rant this morning is going to be truly epic. This will be far better than the Easy 8 motel from San Diego years ago. This one's going to be good.
Oh, my God.
You might want to stick around at 8
Did
o'clock
you see
for that
the
one.
Facebook post?
Oh, yeah.
The numerous posts, yes.
Oh, my God, help me.
That had to be the worst hotel. I mean, we've stayed in some hotels on rocket trips where, you're budget-friendly hotel, and it's clean, and it's dated, and I wouldn't, book a vacation there.
Right.
But for a work trip, it's adequate. This wasn't. He said this was just so bad.
Oh, he had pictures and everything. Dennis, did you
Awful.
see? There was apparently there was a he used
a hand towel.
He used a hand towel, or
no,
it was a washcloth.
It was a used hand towel that was hanging over the tub on the
shower rack?
the shower divider thing. You pull the shower curtain on. And it looked like they'd just been sitting there. He doesn't even know how long it had been there. It was pretty crusty.
And he thinks that he used it.
No, he didn't use it.
Oh,
he didn't know where somebody had used it.
Oh.
Where was he staying?
Miami.
And it was on the
North Beach.
North Beach. It was they had their own private pool or something, or private beach or whatever.
No private beach.
He was supposed to get a pool view, and his view out the window was a mini split that was hanging almost off the wall onto the ground. And a pathway just looked like rusting pipes and things.
Oh, my God.
That was his pool view.
See what happens when you have a governor like DeSantis.
No, this was just a dump.
Oh my God!
His quest for budget hotels finally caught up to him.
Oh my gosh! Yes,
I wonder. Florida comes out.
Yeah. Do you guys?
I guess there's a tax lien on the place. He found out when he did some digging.
Oh my God!
There's all kinds of stuff,
and he got it through Booking. And he got it through Booking.com, from what he told me. You know, so and Booking said, well, there's nothing we can do about it, but I think there can be. I mean, I think that Booking.
You might want to find out at 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
find out at 8 o'clock to find out. But this is the first time he's ever left a hotel after one night.
Oh my God! I could just see it.
I don't think I would have checked in.
Would you have not checked? Have you? Do you guys ever have? Did you ever have a horrible experience that you got to a room and said, "I don't want it. I can't." I'm trying to picture in my. Yeah, you have.
I rented houses like that, but not hotel rooms.
Oh,
I rented houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we were on vacation that we didn't stay in, we wouldn't stay in.
Oh, really?
And there was mold on the pillowcases and
mold
growing on the walls.
Oh
boy! And so you go. So what do you do when you've rented a place for you've rented it for the vacation of the week?
Document it and then go to a hotel.
We actually rented for a month. And this is before we owned in Rehoboth Beach.
Yeah.
And Mike and I went ahead, and we had 3 or 4 female friends joining us, and we took pictures. And we said, "You guys can't come here," And we told the owner that. I mean, it was much worse than this. There was broken glass, broken windows that, in the doors, and he said, "We just can't stay here." So, but luckily, one of our best friends is a lawyer from D.C. So we actually had to threaten to sue.
Oh my gosh, really?
And she negotiated for us, and we got 90%, 95% of our money back.
Yeah. Just amazing. You never can know.
She was so surprised. She said the place has been good. They had kids living there for all summer. And we were coming in September for the month of September. And it just, it's probably not her fault, but as an owner.
Well, does mold grow? How long does it take mold to grow? That's a question.
Well, it depends.
Longer than that.
There was vegetation growing in the mold in the living room.
In the living room?
It looked like mushrooms, some type of mushroomy growth. Yes. Yeah, water had seeped in through the walls.
Yeah.
It was just awful.
Oh, my God, help you. Oh, God.
All the linens were stained. The pillowcases were gross.
Oh, my God. Kathy, you have a story similar to that?
Yeah, I have actually two. My wife and daughter say to me all the time that I picked a hotel one time that had the outline of a dead body in the main room because it was such a mess. They like to go to that extreme. It was terrible. It was right on the beach. We were like, we are in. This is great. We're so excited. And we got there and we were horrified. The hotel had a better option for us and moved us. So that one worked out. But the house we rented for Thanksgiving a year ago was horrible. I had a huge battle with Airbnb and we got our money back actually. It was so bad. And the guy badmouthed me on Airbnb, but all of my past hosts all rose to the occasion to
defend you.
Hurt you.
That I was a good person that used their homes. So, but yeah, you have to really look.
Yeah.
You got to be careful. It's not that common, at least not in Rehoboth. It's not. That house has actually been taken down. It was taken down within 6 months after our experience. It was because there was only 2 blocks to the beach. So it was worth probably $3 million the property. So somebody bought it, raised it to the ground, and built a new home on it.
That's great.
Amazing.
I hate to do that battle, but now I look at the house that we're choosing and the neighborhood. Or the hotel. I literally go in the satellite mode, and look to see. Like Kenny would have seen all of that construction go. He couldn't even get the Uber to the door of the hotel.
Yeah, right. There was so much construction going on in the area.
Yeah.
God.
So
I just can't.
This rant will probably be the best that Kenny's ever done.
I can't.
Because I think he said it was 8 pages.
Holy mother! What? Oh God! It's a story. It's a story. Well, I wonder, is there a way that I always try to read the reviews that folks have. I mean, like, is that a giveaway? I mean, can you or
not necessarily, but you have to read the review and understand what they're saying. And if you don't read them thoroughly, some people will complain about the stupidest things. Like, there was.
Oh yeah.
The air conditioner.
Absolutely true.
The air conditioner was noisy. Okay, sometimes that happens, and you just go down.
The hot water was too hot.
Yeah, the hot water was too hot.
Cold.
I gave it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the pool wasn't warm enough. I gave it 2 stars.
Right.
No one carried my bag to my room.
Right. They didn't have fresh made omelets on the breakfast buffet.
That breakfast buffet. Really, they call it a breakfast buffet, and then you get there and you get a piece of toast and a coffee.
That's fine with me. But
I know. For that price that you're paying, it's usually more than enough.
Exactly, and that's why
I like to check. I like to check TripAdvisor. I find them to be pretty honest about.
Yeah, usually they're decent.
There's no on Airbnb, if you say something that's not positive, they could say something not positive too. So everyone is always careful.
Yeah.
But TripAdvisor seems to be pretty honest.
Yeah. Dennis and I stayed with our spouses in Montreal on Christmas Day and Christmas. No, wait a minute. Was it Christmas Eve and Christmas Day this year? Yeah. And what would you say about the place that we stayed? We were a little disappointed in the neighborhood, but it wasn't
so much the neighborhood; it was Montreal.
Oh,
it wasn't just the neighborhood.
Well, no,
I found that Montreal was disgusting.
Well, oh my God! Wait a minute, you got to put a qualification in it.
I thought there was graffiti everywhere, and I've spent a lot of time in Montreal.
Yeah.
I've never, ever seen it like this. Yeah. It felt threatening in a lot of places we went.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it wasn't just, we were downtown Montreal is where we were. Yeah. And it was horrible. It was not just our street. It was all the way over to Old Town. Even in Old Town, there was graffiti everywhere.
That's terrible. I love Montreal.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen it like this. Quebec was just the opposite.
Quebec City
was spotless.
Yeah.
Spotless, beautiful, no graffiti anywhere. Montreal was covered. Matter of fact, I've written on Facebook 2 or 3 times because I was so shocked by it.
Yeah.
I mean, right now I came home from that trip saying I don't think I can go back to Montreal.
Isn't that
It was
funny?
too heartbreaking.
Did you get people responding to your Facebook about that Montreal is better than that or worse or yes, I had the same
nobody was
experience?
challenging it. They were just simply saying
Surprise,
that wasn't
perhaps.
their experience when they were there 2 years ago, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I said it was never my experience. And maybe in the winter it's overlooked, but Bob, you were there.
Yeah.
There was graffiti everywhere.
Oh no, there was a lot of yeah, and
It was dirty. They were stepping over garbage. I've never seen. I mean, I don't have a problem with homeless people.
No,
they were everywhere in Montreal.
Yeah,
everywhere.
That's terrible.
Yeah, when we drove in, we didn't know we couldn't
we
find
went to a terrible neighborhood.
Yeah, and I finally said, "Look at where do you get the key?" And it turned out you get the key on a what do you call it? A parking meter, and it had a box in it or whatever.
They have a lock box.
But then you had to go.
The place we stayed was quite nice.
Well, yeah, but Denny, do you remember we went around to the back and there were people doing drug deals as we were going into the building?
I'm talking about, no, that's the homeless population I'm talking about.
Oh, God.
I'm talking about the unit itself was very
Oh,
nice
the
and
unit
clean.
was beautiful.
Yeah.
We're really lovely.
Yeah, outside, it didn't feel safe.
But it did have it was very nice, but it said that it was 2 bedrooms, and one of the bedrooms didn't have a door. It had a curtain that came across so that with
for us it worked fine.
Oh, it was wonderful. It didn't matter, but I wondered.
But we were 4 guys in the city, and for 4 men, from grown men to say, I felt threatened. That's really unusual for me.
Interesting.
I've been down 42nd Street at midnight by myself. You know, I've been in almost every state in this union, and I've been all throughout Canada, and I've never had that kind of experience. As we did in Montreal, it just felt dirty.
Oh my
everywhere,
gosh!
everywhere.
Well, who are we gonna?
And I've never seen that. I dated a woman from Montreal when I was younger.
She,
I was up there a lot.
Dennis incidentally dated an heiress for the
beer
beer company
heiress.
Moles. What was her
Her
beer?
Her mother owned Labatt's Brewery.
Wow.
Labatt's Brewery. We could have been in beer for the rest of our lives, Rick, if he had just followed through and not jumped over the fence to the other side. That's all I could say.
She was a dancer I met from Springfield College when I was doing my graduate work. Where she went on to marry a doctor. Who then went on to become a 18-year member of the House of Parliament in Canada. Her husband was a parliamentarian, and he now runs a worldwide health initiative out of Washington, D.C.
Okay, so wow! I was going to just say that you could call and maybe we could tell them to remove the graffiti because we've got 2 people that complained about.
Well, Jennifer.
Would she do that for us?
Her parents lived in Westmont, which is the English section of Montreal.
Yeah.
And very, very, they were friends with. They took us to a party at.
Some friend? Somebody famous?
Not John Belushi's family, but the other guy, Dan Aykroyd's family.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Lived a few houses down from them, so we went to a party at the Aykroyds, and his brother was Dan Aykroyd's brother wasn't there. Dan Aykroyd wasn't there, but his brother was captain of the McGill University football team. So they were all there. We had a great time.
Yeah.
Great family.
Yeah.
But Jennifer moved to Toronto. Immediately, and I would be visiting her in Toronto, which is a beautiful city.
Oh, we love
Toronto. She moved to Vancouver, and that's where she met the doctor, who eventually became a member of Parliament.
Well, I want you to call her later on and tell her about this experience, and we'll see. Maybe maybe the Washington guy can do something about Kenny's experience in that motel.
I think Kenny's got it well in hand. We'll find out more details tomorrow.
All right. Hey, everybody, let's take a break. Our Wisconsin music director, I was going to play something by the inimitable Bob Marley, but then he saw that I had that, and he also, today is Aaron Burr's birthday, and he suggested something from Hamilton. I'm going to play something from Hamilton, and so he said, well, it's the Grammys, and so rather than play Celine Dion, who looked fabulous last night, and said, we'll talk about Grammys when we get back, but so he said, I'm going to play something totally different. Ella Fitzgerald, I'm beginning to see the light. This is Ella, well, just great jazz. Hear it.
I never cared much for moonlit skies. I never winked back at fireflies. But now that the stars are in your eyes, I'm beginning to see the light. I never went in for afterglow or candlelight on the mistletoe. But now when you turn the lamp down low, I'm beginning to see the light. Used to ramble through the park, shadow boxing in the dark. Then you came and caused a spark. That's a four-alarm fire now. I never made love by lantern shine. I never saw rainbows in my wine. But now that your lips are burning mine, I'm beginning to see the light. I never cared much for moonlit skies. I never winked back at fireflies. But now that the stars are in your eyes, I'm beginning to see the light. I never went in for afterglow or candlelight on the mistletoe. But now when you turn the lamp down low, I'm beginning to see the light. Used to ramble through the park, shadow boxing in the dark. Then you came and caused a spark. That's a four-alarm fire now. I never made love by lantern shine. I never saw rainbows in my wine. But now that your lips are burning mine, I'm beginning to see the light. Now that the stars are in your eyes, I'm beginning to see the light. Now when you turn the lamp down low, I'm beginning to see the light. Used to ramble through the park, shadow boxing in the dark. Then you came and caused a spark. That's a four-alarm fire now. Now that your lips are burning mine, I'm beginning to see the light. I'm beginning to see the light. I'm beginning to see the light. Now that your lips are burning mine, I'm beginning to see the
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
This is Ken Stomsky from Ken's Den on WCPC 15 and 89.5 FM, Tuesdays, 8 to 10.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Wow. Well, after I went out to dinner last night with my family folks, I went back home and sat and watched the Grammys for 2 hours. And I actually, well, it was a 3.5 hour show. I got to tell you, if you're going to watch an award show, you should watch the Grammys. Go if you've got YouTube, go on and watch it because it is how to do an award show. I don't know. Did you kids see it at all? Did you watch any of it?
I did. Yeah.
No, I did not. I was working last night. So,
Denny, you watched? Yeah. What you think?
I agree with you, Bob, completely.
A little bit, but I agree. And it's my daughter's career and passion, so I have to watch it or I don't know what to talk to her about.
Oh, my God. Yes.
You're a good mother.
Yeah. Well, she's in the industry. Sooner or later, she's going to be invited there. She did tell me I get to be the one that goes with her. Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, you know what did you like about it, Dennis? What made it so good? For
first of all, I mean, I would suggest that Trevor Noah is probably one of the best on his feet MCs I've seen in 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
He is quick. He's smart.
Yes.
He's good looking.
Yep.
He knows how to interact with the camera beautifully. He's spur of the moment. So if Taylor Swift happened to be walking behind him, he noticed it. If Meryl Streep was coming in on his left side, he noticed it. And he brought when he could, he brought them into the conversation.
Yeah.
So he made you feel very comfortable.
Yeah.
With all the celebrity sass. Also, I think the producing of the show was particularly fine. Putting people like the country singer Combs.
Luke Combs, yes.
Made Fast Car, the song of
Tracy Chapman's song.
Tracy Chapman.
That was my favorite.
Tracy
was
Chapman
that? Yeah.
On, and he made Tracy Chapman another $500,000 when he did that song. So,
oh my God!
She's
really?
a woman that came from very, very limited means. Although she did very well in her music career.
Yeah.
And she was actually, partnered with Alice Walker for a couple of years. Bob.
Oh, I had no idea. Alice Walker of The Color Purple.
Yes, she's with the two of them were together for a couple of years.
Oh, had no idea.
But she's a fascinating person.
Interesting. What I thought was very interesting, when you're an old guy like me watching the Grammys, I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm going to have to sit through one song after another that either I don't know or it's screaming at me or whatever. Usually, I mean, I like all kinds of music and I learn from the new songwriters. But this was a show that celebrated the past and the present in so many different ways. Didn't you feel that, Kath? Did you feel that as well?
Yeah, I love it. And truthfully, I complain about it, but truthfully, I love it. And, for me, Tracy Chapman was the top thing. Loved it the most.
Yeah.
Agree about Noah. And I just really enjoyed seeing the new categories of awards and just how everyone is so unique in the music field. I don't know. I find it the most appealing of all as well.
Yeah.
Although it does give the Oscars a run for its money.
Oh, the Oscars! I have we know we're not going to get the same kind of thing with the Oscars. Right.
One of the nice things, Bob, I thought about it too, was that it didn't feel political.
No,
right? I mean, it felt like the institution itself understood who and what they were.
Yeah.
They didn't have a governing organization demanding that certain things be done. It didn't feel that way anyways.
Right.
It felt like the membership drove the style.
Yeah.
And therefore there was not all this contention. There wasn't an ignoring people of color or ignoring women.
Yeah.
It was very women driven, as a matter of fact, shockingly so for the music industry.
Oh my God. Well, Rick, did you know that? I mean, everybody, a majority of folks who won last night were women.
Good.
Yeah.
That's refreshing.
Nominated
majority nominated. Yeah.
I mean, Miley Cyrus,
my God.
She stepped into her new world last night on that stage.
Yeah.
She is no longer Hannah Montana or the daughter of
Billy Ray Cyrus.
She is a absolute stunning, beautiful,
oh my God,
top-notch
performer,
artist.
Yeah.
Boy, did she show it off.
Yeah.
Well, but the other thing too now is since Taylor Swift decided she was taking back her recordings and things like that, she set the tone for a lot of female artists out there, which I think is
not just female artists. She set the tone for artists.
for the business, right? For the entire business,
right?
But I think it's refreshing because it used to be studio driven type thing, and now with the proliferation of I mean, like with the equipment that we have in here, we could really, if we really wanted to, we could record a professional record in the studio if we really wanted to, right? With the equipment that we have now, so the playing field's been level. You don't have to go to the studio. You don't have to go into a big studio to record a record anymore. You don't.
Yeah.
And so that was where I was at when I was a teenager. You had to go to a public access because they're the only people that could afford equipment, video equipment. Now you don't.
Yeah.
The technology's leveled the playing field.
Yeah.
And I think the industry has done a fairly good job of coming along.
Oh gosh.
Because I don't think that would have happened if the industry wasn't there too.
No.
Well,
I mean,
my daughter would disagree about the decision makers. It's a lot of sort of middle-aged men and predominantly white. So it's very interesting. I think where it's changing, and I have to agree with you, is that like Taylor Swift said, look, I have the money. These are mine. I'm taking it back and I'm making a difference. So she's helping that change happen. But the rest is still coming.
also Taylor, I mean, so many of the artists, it doesn't matter if they lost.
Right.
They were there. You could see the
cheering them on without any kind of like you lost and I won.
To me, that's part and parcel of that. I think to me that reflects well on the industry.
Oh, yeah.
Think about how far we've come.
I think if they felt bitter, they would not have done that.
Yeah.
Think about how far we've come from Kanye West walking up on stage saying, "You don't deserve this award."
Oh, yeah.
That was only a couple of years ago.
Oh my God! Yes, yeah. But there was one person that looked out of place. I saw this man sitting. They had these tables, where people were having drinks and stuff. I saw this white-haired older man there. It was Robert Kraft. Robert Kraft from the Patriots.
Yeah.
Is that
could have been?
Yeah.
Could have been.
He was sitting right down there because somehow or other he is connected with Taylor Swift or something. But he looked so out of place.
Well, Taylor
so
Swift has got this. There's almost a de facto partnership going on with the NFL right now.
Yeah, maybe
bringing a lot of new eyeballs to the sport that normally wouldn't watch it.
And let's not be naive. Robert Kraft is a billionaire.
Right.
And if you think he was the only billionaire that was in that audience, you'd be very sadly mistaken.
I think Kraft Enterprises has some recording.
I think
recording interests too. Yeah.
Yeah. Initially, I thought
Kraft is he's been one that embraces diversity.
I agree, but he looked.
If anybody would belong in such a diverse population, I think it would be Robert Kraft.
Yeah. I gotta say something about the diction.
And he's got a music company, Kraft Music.
Yeah, he does. Kraft Music. Okay, got it. Billie Eilish, I wish she and there's a style that happens. I saw it with Victoria Monet and some of the other artists who kind of like slur their words and they speak their word or whatever, and you don't really know what they're saying. And I thought to myself, wow, when Joni Mitchell sings, you hear and you know every word. When Billy Joel sings, you know, and then suddenly you get somebody like Billie Eilish, whose music I like. I'm not so sure that the song that she wrote for Barbie is such a great song, but she slurs her.
I thought it was quite a poignant song.
Oh, I thought it was wonderful. If you think about
it, she was singing about a woman who was a doll.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
It had it. She made a doll song, a song about a doll, universal for relationships. I mean, or whatever. I thought
I think, Bob, in terms of diction, though, I think what you're missing though is that this generation, these kids who have stylized this nuanced music where you don't really know the words. Trust me, the kids listening to this know every single word.
They know the words.
They have the music, the way they listen to music, the devices they use to listen to music would give them the words instantaneously.
Oh.
So these artists then are able to use the non-diction voice as a way of expressing emotion, where the kids they know are listening know the words.
Ah, I get it.
So
I get it.
That's just my read on it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Billie Eilish is just amazing.
Oh yeah,
The way she can
and
put
she
emotion
didn't she
in a
come from
song.
TikTok? I think she did most of her stuff online. I think she recorded in her bedroom or something with her brother.
She was a YouTuber.
Oh, YouTube. Okay, got it.
By the way, we find out why Bob Kraft was there.
Right. Okay, got it.
Kraft was there because a few days before, he had presented John Bon Jovi as the 2024 Person of the Year Award at the Music Cares Gala and Concert at the Convention Center on February 2nd. Also, apparently there was a moment that Taylor Swift had gave Bob a hug in the arena before the show or sometime during the show because he had come out in support of her for something. Kraft explains Swift is a magnet for getting young women to watch the NFL.
Stadium a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
We were at that game a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift was there when Kansas City came to town, and she was interviewed, and she said that most people don't realize, but her first stadium concert ever
Yep.
was at Gillette Stadium.
June 5th, 2010.
So she's very close to. I saw her when she was 14 years old.
Oh my God!
And
Really?
Bob, apparently, when she came to watch the Kansas City game,
Yeah.
Bob Kraft presented her with a framed ticket from that her first concert.
Oh.
At the game.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Oh, so that explains it. All right, that's great.
There's connections.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, go ahead, Kath.
I was just going to say who I didn't expect to see was
Celine Dion.
I didn't expect to see her because
she's been so sick.
She's been so sick.
I was really surprised to see her as well.
Yeah, and Taylor's getting a lot of flack because she just didn't seem to give. She didn't bow when she received the award. I mean, she came up, she took the award from Celine without acknowledging that it was Celine who was giving it to her. For me, that was she was so caught up in the moment that she didn't think that, you make mistakes in a moment like that when you're so excited about winning and stuff. And I felt badly because she's been getting a lot of flack, of course, from anti-Swifties, or I guess whatever we call them, less Swift. We could call them less Swifters.
They're Swifties.
Less Swifties. I don't know. Whatever.
So what? No, wait a minute. So now you're picking on people because they don't like Taylor Swift?
No.
Yeah, you are.
I don't. No. But
I don't like Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Well, I didn't like.
I don't.
I
don't like Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I just don't like her songs. I don't like her music.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, it was once until she grew her bangs out.
Oh, so she grew her bangs out. Then you liked her?
I began to like her. I began to like her when I saw her on. I watched a documentary on her, and I began
She's
to like her.
She's reinvented herself twice now.
Yeah. So there is that thing, but she's getting a lot of flack, and I'm defending her on that, just to sort of say that
who
cares? But there are bigger things in the world, and I'm sure that Celine Dion could, wasn't waiting to have this wonderful woman bow down in front of her at all. I think Celine was just as gracious as can be and looked beautiful and did good work. At any rate, hey, I'm going to play before we're out today. Cheetah Rivera, of course, the Broadway icon, died this past week. And I just have to say, she's been around on the stage and on the screen for a long while. She was the original Anita in West Side Story, incidentally, on Broadway. And was with Sweet Charity. Oh, my God. She, Bye Bye Birdie, all of those classic songs. And she reinvented herself all the way along the line. And, in fact, a few years back, just very recently, her last Broadway show was The Visit, which debuted at Williamstown during a few seasons back. So I wanted to play her most famous song from Chicago. You know this song, All That Jazz. You know that song, All That Jazz. Listen to this woman sing those high notes at the end. Incredible. Cheetah Rivera.
babe, why don't we paint the town? And all that jazz, I'm gonna rouge my knees and roll my stockings down. And all that jazz, start the car. I know a whoopee spot where the gin is cold but the piano's hot. It's just a noisy hall where there's a nightly brawl. And all of that jazz. Oh, slick your hair and wear your buckled shoes, son. And all that jazz, I hear that Father Dip is gonna blow the blues. And all that jazz, hold on, hon, we're gonna bunny hug. I bought some aspirin down at United Drug, and we shall shake apart and want a brand new start to do that jazz.
Oh, you're gonna see your Sheba shimmy shake.
Oh, and all that jazz.
Oh, she's gonna shimmy till her garters break.
Oh, and all that jazz.
Show her where to put the girdle. Oh, her mother's blood and curdle. If she hears her baby's queer for all
that jazz. Kind of fast, we're playing fast and loose. And all that jazz.
and all that jazz.
Oh, right on here is where I store the juice. And all that jazz.
And all that jazz.
Oh, come on, babe, we're gonna brush the sky. I bet you looking, it never flew so high. When my stride is clear, I put it in and clear to all that jazz. So that's final, huh, Fred?
Yeah, I'm afraid so, kiddo.
Oh, Fred.
Yeah.
Nobody walks out on me. No, I'm no one's wife, but oh, I love my life and all. Ooh, that jazz.
Underwriting for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield, serving the youth of the Whip City and surrounding communities since 1969. For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here.
Join us every Thursday morning
from 6 until at least 7:30.
Check out the Bobby G and Company Show
right here on WSKB 89.5
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Wow, it is January. No, it's February.
Is it February or February?
February.
February.
February. You want to know that? Brew. Has some beer, they must use that as a advertising slogan. February.
I don't know.
I
you might have stumbled upon something.
I
there.
might have. You can use it.
Yeah,
please. See if
you want
can
the royalties.
Yeah. Hey, I just wanted. There are folks that watch our channels all the time here at WCPC, and our wonderful czar of Broadway. Mark Auerbach was operated on this week, and as you all, if you follow Facebook at all, Mark had a heart bypass this week, right? And
it was a triple.
A triple. Was it triple?
Wow. Triple.
Triple bypass. And I talked to Patrick Barry the other night, and he's posted on Instagram that, and Mark is beginning to post to say that he's doing well. And we all wish Mark the very, very best in case he's listening or something. I just wanted him to know that we're all behind him, and we look forward to having him come back and give his great reviews and fascinating repartee.
He's looking to be back by mid-March. At least in a Zoom capacity.
Oh, really? Did he say that? Wow. Have you talked to him at all, Peter?
I haven't talked to him, but we've messaged here and there. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's on Instagram talking, so it's we're not.
That was the big thing he was worried about because he had to be intubated for the surgery.
Yeah.
And he's worried because some people have lost their voice from being intubated like that, and he felt very comfortable after meeting with the anesthesiologist.
Right.
I felt very comfortable that was the case, and he's doing pretty well. I think he's either going to be out of the ICU in a day or two.
Yeah.
He's out. He's out of the ICU.
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether he's out or not because I keep getting pretty regular updates.
Yeah,
it's a different level that he's in now.
Yeah. So and he's hoping to be back to a rehab state, coming back to Western Mass in like a week or two.
Right. Patrick Barry the other night was one of the was at the Ghost Tour, and he was telling me that he was saying, I said, well, I haven't seen anything online about him since I knew that he was being operated on. And he said, don't worry, I'm just about to post. I'm going to go home. Mark has given me the go ahead to post and say everything is doing well. So.
Yep.
All the best to our great friend Mark Auerbach.
So, Denny, have you seen what's going on in California at the California Science Museum?
I've been talking to friends out there, actually. I talked to some last night and some again this morning.
I saw. I was watching a NASCAR race, and the commentators where they have the setup for the commentators because they're in the LA Coliseum. And they got photobombed by the shuttle stack that's right over their shoulder.
Yeah, they do things like that.
Yeah, so so the only shuttle display for an active shuttle is Endeavour, and they're building a building around a full-size shuttle stack. So they have a flight-ready external tank, 2 flight-ready boosters. They're all hardware that would have flown had they kept going, and the shuttle Endeavour, which was just mated by crane to the stack, and that's how it's going to be displayed.
Oh. I apologize, Pete. I thought you were talking about the climate disaster that's going on out there right now.
Oh no, the atmospheric rain thing. Yeah, that happens
12 inches of rain in 2 days.
Right. So that happens. That's been happening in my lifetime. That's happened at least twice in California, where they go through a cycle of drought, and then the La Nina comes and then wanes, and then they get poured on for like a couple of. It's almost a year. Everything fills back up, and then they go back into a cycle of drought again. It seems like it's happened at least twice in my lifetime that I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but
they're getting the ground was so dry from years of drought that they can't handle the rain.
Yeah.
But the reservoirs are filling back up. Even the one out.
Well, the drought was pretty much over before the storm hit. They had quite a bit of water this past year and good mountain snows last winter. So that was kind of over. But nonetheless, this is going to really saturate everything.
Yeah. I know that the dam out by Las Vegas, that whole system is filling right back up again.
Finally.
The bathtub ring. Yeah, the bathtub ring is getting smaller and smaller now.
Yeah. Hey, so you were talking about what you were talking about? Kathy, did you understand what Peter was talking about? Endeavor? I was thinking
Endeavor.
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 Shuttle Endeavor.
Endeavor is the name of a shuttle. A space
shuttle. Okay. Okay. So, and it's going up, or what?
It was given to the California Science Center at the shuttle retirement like a decade ago.
Yeah,
they've
been raising. Hasn't flown in years.
They've been raising money to display. They were wanted to be the only people to display it in a flight ready condition.
Oh,
so in a launch ready condition. And they acquired the hardware over the last couple of years to do that, and they've acquired enough money to build the structure around it.
So we're going to be able to go to California and walk around the shuttle and
Los
see
Angeles,
what it's
yeah. You'll be able to see it in a full stack configuration. Previously, you could see the external tank and the boosters on display at Kennedy Space Center, but not the shuttle attached to it.
Oh,
the shuttle,
wow.
But that shuttle which is Atlantis, is on display. That's the only one on display with the payload bay doors open, and you could see it how it would look in space.
Ah, interesting. Wow. Hey, well,
Bob not impressed.
Yeah. No.
I thought you were talking about Dever Auditorium.
I was all confused because I heard Dever stage at Parenzo Hall, which you gotta, incidentally, if you're in the Westfield area and you know
that was
Westfield
a good segue.
State,
that was a good segue.
really?
Yeah, you like
yeah,
that?
I like that.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. So you go up to
Speaking
Westfield
of
State.
diction impaired.
Oh my God, Parenzo Hall never looked so great. Honest to God, Parenzo Hall never looked so great. And you got to go up and you got to see it. Yeah. Hey, Kath, you know Parenzo well. Are you surprised at how incredible it looks on the inside?
I didn't even feel like I was in the same building.
Yeah, they gutted it and started from scratch, it looks like.
I just can't even believe the collab right in the lobby. It just changes the entire look of the whole place. I loved it. I walked in and I felt like, wow, if I were a person that was going to come to work at that school or be a student there, I would be so impressed by Parenzo.
Yeah, we had the chamber concert yesterday, and the Grammars were last night. So I had a great day of music. The chamber music concert was really wonderful. We've got a lot of similar ones happening down at the center at 105 Elm Street. That it's called Up Close and Musical. So you can check out when the next one is, which I think is February 23rd, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, February 23rd downtown. But one of the things I was thinking about was what makes folks want to go to a classical concert. If I invited you guys to a classical concert, would you choose to go to a classical concert on your own? Because we're trying to build audiences, and it's so hard sometimes to get folks out of their homes to go to something that may be different, that may be a little bit more challenging. Have you guys got any thoughts on that? I mean, like, what would make you want to go to a class? I thought to Ed Orgel and I were talking, and we were saying, well, maybe we have a comedian, and the people come to the comic show, and their opening act is a chamber music group. That we get folks to sort of sit there and listen to music that they maybe might not have thought that they would enjoy.
That they might not want to listen to.
Yeah, basically. You know,
I don't know if you'd have a comedian with a chamber, a chamber orchestra. I don't think that would work.
No.
You're two different crowds.
Yeah.
You'd lose the crowd. Some would be falling asleep. And
so, how do we get folks who may not know that they enjoy something to it? I guess that's my question.
You're trying to attract a new audience.
To
listen to some music that they don't usually listen to.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Any ideas, you guys?
Right, that's that old thing. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason why they call it one of the fine arts. It's not for everyone. I do think, however, if you thought about taking some of the musicians, and had them before the music starts, talk about how they got into music.
Mm-hmm.
Were they in a school band? What was their background? How did they get hooked into producing this higher, beautiful form of music art?
Yeah.
Maybe that, if you got to know some of the people performing the music,
I get
maybe
it.
that would hook
Well,
people a little bit.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing because Up Close and
a lot of these
Musical
people
does
are
that.
just cool.
Yeah. I thought that they should change their name from the Westfield Chamber Players to Scott and the Ass Kickers. Or something that had a little bit of oomph
But then
to
people
it.
wouldn't expect to hear what they're going to hear. That's not fair.
Yeah.
I think that this particular one was fantastic, and I think there just wasn't enough information out into the community.
Yeah.
You know, there was a small piece of it, but we usually have press releases. Did a press release go out?
Yeah, I think they said the Westfield State did. They had posters and stuff like
Nobody
that.
ever sends me anything for Channel 12 where I can put it up on the bulletin board.
Yeah, no, I know it's yeah.
I thought that I was disappointed for them that it was
not that we didn't have a crowd. Well, I mean, we had close to.
It was rescheduled.
Yeah, 60.
That was the other thing. It might have been at a better time last time.
Yeah, and Sunday afternoons in the wintertime, you immediately limit your crowd, right?
Yeah.
Because folks are home watching ball games, right? Especially near.
There were no ball games yesterday.
Oh, there were no ball games. Oh,
football season.
Oh, really? I had no idea. Oh,
you know, and this time of the year between the playoffs ending and the Super Bowl, there's absolutely no sports on last night. I stopped down at the tavern last night and they had pickleball.
Right. Although UMass did win their basketball game Saturday, big game they won.
Yes, it was after even after the Celtics game last night, it was like there was pickleball. I'm like, seriously, this is what we've come to.
Listen, I was in Tap one night with my brother, and I watched professional tag.
Yeah,
it was like literally over this like obstacle course, and you had to chase after somebody and do tag. And I was like, this is just obscene. And then it was like, I can't stop watching it.
It would be
it's
fun
still
to play.
Obscene, but I can't stop watching it.
It'd be fun to play, but watching it would just be just be fun to play, but watching it,
Yeah. So then if you're an event planner, you want to and you want Sundays now. I mean,
you don't want to have anything next Sunday night.
Not next Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday. You do not want to have anything. It doesn't matter whether people watch it or not.
Yeah.
It's one of the busiest days for everything.
Yeah. We've got KFC. What is it?
KFC?
KFC. No, what is it? Kansas City Chiefs.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs versus the 49ers. How do you like that? I know that.
Wow.
I don't know where it is.
And it's
where
that Swifty, that's that Swifty thing. See? They pulled in a new audience who never watched.
Where are they?
Isn't it?
Is it in Indianapolis? Where is it?
No, it's Las Vegas, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Allegiant Stadium. You're right.
Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas.
I'm going to call Kenny. I'm going to get a motel. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to that cheap motel that he stays at and see if I can get tickets. Can I get tickets to it now?
Yeah, if you want to pay like $5,000 a pop.
Okay.
Yeah, at the low end. At $5,000, you're sitting in the men's room.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's an
no.
12-inch
television. It's an obstructed view.
Oh gosh.
From the men's room.
Oh no, you're kidding me. Holy mother of God. Hey, listen, I wanted to, Kathy, I wanted you quickly to tell everyone how they can go to Italy with you and with us or whatever.
Yeah. We are running a fabulous trip to Italy on October 28th, and we'll be based in Sorrento. So we'll be able to, we're going to go to the top of Vesuvius to check that out, go to the oldest vineyard in that area and have some homemade wine. And we'll be seeing a lot of the other locations right near the Sorrento area.
Are you going to Pompeii? Are you going to Pompeii? Because that's always interesting for me.
Folks have a day where we might offer that as a side trip. They have a free day. That's not currently scheduled on the trip because we're going up the mountain instead.
Oh,
but
okay.
We are going to see some other islands. If you've ever, I was going to say that I don't have it right in front of me, so I can't tell you some of the other places. But it's a seven-night trip, 9 days, 7 nights, 2 days of travel. Everything's included. Almost every meal.
Really?
Yeah, almost every meal, airfare. The only thing that's not included is to get you from here to Boston, if that's where our flight's leaving from.
Well, we can rent. I'm going to drive a little bus. I'll rent a bus, and we'll all go down together. Kathy, it's a Westfield on Weekends benefit trip, right?
Yes, it is. It's our Let's Travel program, and all commission from the trip goes to the program, to our
center
our
activity.
center,
yeah,
and all of the things that we're doing. So we're excited about that.
Yeah. When are the dates again that folks can plan? So it's a fall trip?
Yep, it's October 28th. to the beginning of November, and it's we are having an interest meeting at the end of February. I think we might have another one earlier this month on a Wednesday night, but that will come out.
Right, so
We're gonna
we'll
send
watch
that
that
out in the newsletter. But we
Yeah.
did get some folks last week. We currently have a small group getting ready to go, and we'll take any and all newcomers.
Wonderful, wonderful. Hey, listen. Also, if folks want to get a newsletter, because this woman does a great newsletter. She can put a newsletter. Listen. Do you have anything for a newsletter, Rick?
No.
Nothing. You got
No,
nothing.
I got nothing.
You got nothing. I love it when Rick's got nothing. I got nothing.
For a newsletter?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. No. Well, you could say that we could do a thing about your being on my co-host, and the co-host of Wow It's Tuesday is the Excelsior Penguin. Kath, do you want to do something?
I did want to mention Jen Delgado's show.
Oh my gosh!
It's going to be amazing.
Oh my God! Yeah.
We have a reception for the community on the 15th. And that will be at 6 p.m. And we are looking forward to an amazing time in the gallery.
Listen, we have a brand new painted gallery exhibit.
Yes.
No, the walls of the gallery have been painted. James Johnson Corwin, Yeoman J. Johnson Corwin painted the walls of our gallery. So now there are brand new, it's a different color, and boy, do those paintings and illustrations of Jen Delgado, more than 50 of them, they pop out. Oh gosh. So you got to go down and see Interconnected, which is the artwork of Jen Delgado. You'll see some stuff on it. I'm going home to write a press release on it, and you'll see all kinds of information on it.
And we're about to put that up on the website.
Yeah.
So mark your calendars now. I think it's going to be a great reception. She's a wonderful artist, and really looking forward to showing her work.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Hey, I just wondered, why is February called February? Do we know? You guys have any idea? I know why January is called January, and July is called for the Julius Caesar, and August is the first Roman Emperor Augustus. And September, it means 7 in September because it was the 7th month of the Roman calendar. Even though September is the 9th month, it's named after the 7th month. Okay, but why February? I can't find it on my list here. Do you have a sense of that? Is it because
there was a Roman god named Februs, Februs.
Oh, really?
It may have something. Februs, yeah. The word February here comes from the Roman festival of purification called Februar.
Oh, there we go. All right.
It's a time of purification before the spring.
Well, you know that you hit on it. February 6th, I think, is considered the feast of the purification. It's the day when Bob takes down the Christmas decorations. I'm purifying the outside of my home. Yeah. Kath, if anybody wants any information about Westfield on weekends, Westfield Creative Arts Center, where do they go?
Westfield, you go to westfieldonweekends.com and you can find everything there, everything that gets that we get involved in, that we support, we collaborate with.
Yeah.
It's all located on that website. So check it out. And if you'd like to get the newsletter, there's a place where you can click and send me your address.
Gotcha. Hey, everybody, today is the day that Aaron Burr. Peter, how much more time do I have here?
You're coming up. You're coming up at the end of the show. You got about 3 minutes.
I got about 3 minutes. Okay. Aaron Burr's birthday is today. And Aaron Burr is known as what? Dennis, you can tell us who Aaron Burr is.
Well, he was the vice president of the United States. He was also
Wait a minute. He was the vice president. I didn't know that. Who was the president?
Wasn't he the third vice president, I believe?
I had no idea.
Well, maybe he wanted to be. Let me look that up.
I think he was.
I think he was too, but
yeah.
Aaron,
but what did he do? He's forever known as a murderer, right?
No, he was murdered.
He was the one.
Yeah, he was the who died in the
The duel.
He's the one that died in the duel. Yeah, he's the former vice president of the United States. He served. He died in Hoboken.
Yeah. They had a duel.
It was Alexander Hamilton.
Right.
So Alexander Hamilton is the murderer.
Well, it's a duel. Technically, it's not a murder.
Murderers back then. Duels were legal.
Yeah, duels were legal.
It is just strange to me.
Now they just have a cage match, but back then you could have a duel at 20 paces.
They didn't have MMA.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But they had a very competitive existence almost all their career. Once Hamilton came to the United States as an immigrant,
right?
He and Burr were on the similar tracks. They were actually very good friends.
Oh.
Anyone that read Hamilton, the book Hamilton,
right?
Ron
Chernow.
They were very close friends, and they were just two competing as the government was formed. They both had very different ideas about how government should work, and one went in one direction, one went in the other, and they ended up being the same, very similar age. I think they just opposed each other every which way.
Wow. So they have this duel, and then Hamilton wins in the duel, and Aaron Burr gets killed.
But for some reason, dueling must not have been allowed in Manhattan because they went over to Hoboken to duel.
Yeah.
And they both lived in New York.
How do you like that?
And they took the fight to Jersey.
Oh, they took the fight to Jersey, and then the rest is Broadway history.
They went to Jersey.
Yeah. Lin-Manuel Miranda writes Hamilton, and so to honor this, I'm going to play I'm Not Throwing Away My Shot. From,
I love that one.
Yeah, you like that? Have you seen Hamilton? Would both of you recommend seeing Hamilton?
Oh, yes. I've seen it more than once.
Oh
I love
my
it.
God! You can see it on Disney Plus. That's worth the subscription to Disney Plus to see Hamilton. It's really great. Hey, Dennis Akins, Master of the World. Kathy Palmer, director of the
what?
Not Kathy Palmer.
She's next. She's up next.
Oh, she's coming up.
Oh, she's coming up. I was channeling her. All right. Holy Mother of God, get me to a nurse. At any rate, Kathy Bradford.
Is that a nursing home?
No, well, maybe.
What are you going to do with a nurse?
What am I going to do? We're going to ponder that. We're going to listen to my shot. See you all next week, everybody. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'ma get a scholarship to King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but dag, amazed and astonished. The problem is I got a lot of brains, but no polish. I gotta holler just to be heard. With every word, I drop knowledge. Every burden, every disadvantage, I have learned to manage. I don't have a gun to brandish. I walk these streets famished. The planets do vanish, spark into a flame. But damn, it's getting dark, so let me spell out my name. I am the A-L-E-X-A-N-D-E-R. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently.
Meanwhile, Britain keeps ripping on us endlessly.
And I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. It's time to take a shot.
I dream of life without a monarchy. The unrest in France will lead to anarchy. Anarchy? How you say? Anarchy. And when I fight, I make the other side panicky.
Geniuses, lower your voices. You keep out of trouble and you double your choices. I'm with you, but the situation is fraught. You gotta be carefully taught. If you talk, you're gonna get shot.
And I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. Come on, rise up. When you're living on your knees, you rise up. Tell your brother that he's gotta rise up. Tell your sister that she's gotta rise up.
When are these colonies gonna rise up? 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 Rise up.
I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. When's it gonna get me? In my sleep, 7 feet ahead of me? If I see it coming, do I run or do I let it be? Is it like a beat without a melody? I'm past patiently waiting, I'm passionately smashing every expectation, every action's an act of creation. I'm laughing in the face of casualties and sorrow.
First time I'm thinking past tomorrow.
And I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot.